Millions of hearts pounded with each powerful liftoff. The world held its breath through every splashdown. But only 12 men witnessed the beauty, the magic, and the mystery of the moon. Now, with the most extensive visual effects images of the moon ever presented, Tom Hanks, Imagine Entertainment, and HBO take you from the Earth to the moon through the eyes of an astronaut.
What we're shooting was never shot in space. They could never put cameras where we're putting cameras.
Tom Hanks is a big fan of the movie 2001: A Space Odyssey, and I am too, so we kind of hit it off pretty quickly on that score. And so we took that as a kind of a look, trying to capture the majesty and the visual poetry of spaceflight.
His whole mantra was, we need to show people what they've never seen.
We can't do all this work and then take the viewers to the moon in a kind of like haphazard or cheap or normal way. We can't just throw on stock footage because the difference would be too great and everybody would know, and the quality isn't all that great anyway.
And so we were trying to accomplish a very cinematic and a very visually appealing look to spacecraft, as well as capturing the reality of space flight.
The 600 visual effects for the series included miniature photography, pyrotechnics, and stuntmen on wires. Up to 2 months were spent building meticulously crafted models, filmed on a motion control stage built for the series.
Lighting's important whenever you light models because you have to make them look real. Soon I'll be putting in very tiny mirrors that'll be reflecting and lighting small pieces of detail on the model so you can actually see them on film. If you don't pay attention to those kind of details, it really starts looking like, you know, a 1950s flying saucer movie.
Several leading visual effects companies created the historically accurate and stunning visual effects.
The approach we took was to generate three-dimensional models based fairly accurately on a whole series of pictures that were made available to us from NASA.
Most of the photographs taken of the moon just weren't shot close enough. So one of the things we had to do was enhance those photographs so that the craters on the moon, so that the rocks on the moon, the ridges in the mountains actually started to hold up at the closer camera positions. This is one of our textures that we use. The red parts of the texture are the craters that actually rise up off the surface, and the blue parts of the craters that sink down into the surface. And by dropping this onto the texture of the moon that we got from NASA, the viewer could get closer to actually seeing the surface of the moon.
The process of generating a 3D model, as you can see here, allows us to go from a still photograph to suddenly be able to create virtual animation around that particular feature that we've modeled and portray this as if there was a camera on the moon shooting this landing.
Here at Hollywood Digital, we take all the elements and make a final composite. First, an actor is shot on the stage, then a motion control element is shot, which is the model in motion. Then a computer-generated background is made, which in this case is a moon. Here we have the motion control element over the background, which is computer-generated, and then we add in the live actor, and then he's now inside the capsule. And then what we do to make it more realistic, like he's looking through windows, we add a window element. And what we do is we take all those elements and marry them together to make a final shot.
It's not so much the amount of effects that we're trying to do here, but it's the type of feeling we're trying to depict. People really are interested in seeing what this would have looked like if you were an astronaut, and everybody wants to be that astronaut.
Look at it out there. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. Unbelievable. Oh, my God.
From the Earth to the Moon, Sunday at 8 on HBO.